Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, let the light shine through. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Happy Monday, everybody. How we feeling? How we doing? Caesar, what's up? Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. We'll have a great week ahead of us. I think it's our last full week of stream because I think maybe 2 weeks. Am I losing track of time? This weekend, next week. And then we have Christmas week. So 2 more full weeks of trading, and then we got the holidays. So let's wrap it up strong and get ready for 2026. But here this morning on a Monday, if you're new here, say what's up. We're going to be live here until we jump over to ASFX TV, which is where we live stream every morning. I'll let you just set the tone for the day. I'm going to let the opening range set the first 15 minutes, especially on a Monday. But nice price action overnight. Buyers in control. Defend this overnight VWAP. I have like a million YouTubes on this VWAP on why I want to find moves from here. Right? Obviously, we're not going to trade this at 10 o'clock at night, but moves happen from this VWAP. Eventually, hopefully, we'll return there. Right? So when we return there at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, doesn't leave until 7:30. So it is 3 hours until it bounced. But where did it bounce from? This VWAP, right? So if I could find a consolidation around there and trending prices, I like to get some longs around there. So we tried to make a new high a day here on NQ, failed, right? I mean, at least closing. We did make a new high on the 1 minute. So buyers are definitely more so in control today to start a week for sure after a bullish week last week. That we'll see how we respect this level going into the open. Still about like 45 minutes, so we'll see what kind of new information comes in between now and then, but definitely interested in longs from this level. Friday was super sideways, super gross, but let's just throw on an overnight view up there. If you throw in the overnight view up, you can see pre-market, or is this at the open? Yeah, pre-market 8:30, we're down below it. Couldn't sustain by 9:45 at the open, we're back above. So I could definitely like longs, right? We get back to it. You want to try to find longs from it again. It didn't go anywhere, right? It didn't sell off, just sat absolutely sideways. So terrible price action, but the same thing applies. Let's just put it on Thursday. Thursday, I think, was gross too. On Thursday, where's our open? 9:30. 9:30 open is here. So send us below the VWAP. So what do I want to do? I probably want to look for shorts, maybe longs. I actually did find a long up to the VWAP, got out there because it could bounce from there. Gets back up there again, doesn't just break through, defends it, and just bounces a little bit below. Very ugly price action for Thursday and Friday to find clean bounces and like trend continuation. But the whole thing still applies on we're above the overnight VWAP. I'm going to keep on looking for longs. You look at ES compared to NQ, didn't make a new high day. You can probably see that a little bit better on the 1 minute here. This is ES's 1 minute. Let's put on a high of day. See, we did not take it out, even with a wick or anything. NQ, however, did sweep its high. So a little bit of SMT divergence. I don't trade too deeply into that. I just know it's a thing. That NQ is a little bit stronger, that it made a new high, but ES did not. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. Let's see if ES does have the strength to get up there for a new high. You can see it's still trying to hold around that overnight just the same. Jape, what's up? Tris, what's up? And Luigi, how you doing? How you doing? Anyone buy any TOF counts over the weekend? Like I said, today is the last day of the 57.5% off sale. So if you needed a top one futures account, hopefully it's your last accounts of the year. I'm not even going to say hopefully. I'm going to say like that's an order. You should not be buying accounts today and on December 20th. You know, any accounts you buy on a 57.5% discount, treat them properly, take it slow, walk away when the red is small, and keep those accounts alive for January. Please. Please, please, please. But it is the last day of it. They extended this from Black Friday. So you've had well over a week to try to capitalize on this sale. So if it goes away tomorrow and you don't have any, nothing else I could do for you, right? You could trade 5 accounts now. It's going to go back to 3, and it's 57.5% off with code Evans. So literally one of the best times to copy trade the Ignite. You can copy trade 6. So think about it. If you want to buy accounts, don't wait too long. Don't wait until Thursday. Probably get it done today. All right. And now I have them on Tradeovate. Right, you could still buy Project X, I believe. Let's see. I think you can. Just be going away, as you probably all know. Yeah, so if you buy the instant funded, you can still choose Project X if you want to trade it for the next month, but it is going to be going away in the new year or maybe early February. So I just have them on Tradeovate now, but you could still do both, I guess, if you want. Oh, that is big news. So the big news, which I got a bunch of DMs on, which I did not expect how many people used it. But as you probably know, the automated VWAP indicator that we use on stream got taken down, the Lux Algo one. So everyone's be DMing me, when's the update coming out? When is it going to be free again? I'm like, I don't know. That was a rug pull. It came out of nowhere. I have no idea. So just mark them yourself. Mark your VWAPs yourself. But Austin sent it in the chat this morning to our BSC group that it's back and it's free, I believe. I could be wrong. Yeah, it said free now on TradingView. So I could send the link. The link is up here because he sent it to us, but it's just ASFX, automated VWAPs, and key levels. So with that, let's go over the 1 minute. I have it on there. ASFX, automated VWAPs. Let's go to the settings. There it is, looking familiar. So you could have all your start of New York session, your previous days New York, start of day VWAP, high of day and low of day. I have the turned off. But if we turn on the high of day, you'll see it here, anchored from 2 in the morning. So all these different VWAP, start of month, start of year, high of year, initial balance, opening range, all these different things, all automated. So as it makes a new high of day, you can see here on NQ, the difference I'm speaking of. High of day VWAP on ES is back here. Or if we go to NQ, it automatically painted to over here because it's a new high. So that's nice to have that back because now I don't need to be anchoring my VWAPs as price moves or go back to yesterday's New York and say, where was that one? Let me go anchor it. It'll do it automatically. And now it's free. So good news for you guys, I suppose. Because it was, I think, like $10 or $15 a month. But now it's free. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas indeed. But I'm in no trades this morning. Like I said, Monday, definitely want to take it slow. Let the opening range set. See if we can hold above this overnight view up. I definitely like the longs over the short, but we said that last week up until Friday, and it stood true. Look at NQ last week. Go to Monday. From Monday, W day, and then Tuesday bullish. Wednesday with the big Microsoft news came out, corrected itself. Thursday, bearish, but did it really go anywhere to change the trend or shift momentum? No, it just sat down here. So that's ultimately our next higher low from back here, back here, back here, right? So trend is still bullish day to day. So that's why I don't just jump into shorts very easily. And then we come in on Friday, same thing. I don't just jump into shorts, but the longs didn't really work either in this time, right? It just didn't go anywhere. But the money was in that long or trading it back down. So whether it's right or wrong, I look at price from last week into today. Does it look very bearish? If you think so, I think you need help. It just doesn't look bearish. And it's not going to look bearish for quite some time until we get some lower highs, lower lows for like continuous days, right? Because we can look at the daily chart. There was definitely bearish days and easier money to be made when we're moving bearish, the next day's bearish, the next day's bearish. We're continuing to fall. Maybe there is money in the shorts. Now we're just continuing to rise. So rather than try to make money on that small red day, let me just long it when it is bullish again. That's just going to be the higher probability setups, right? Rather than trying to short this move up intraday, because this is a daily time frame, the easier money is going to be on the long side. And we're back in that again now. So not that you can't make money short or I'm not going to look for shorts. I'm just leaning long until told otherwise. And I think that's the safe way to go about it. You can't come in with, I think we can go lower here. I can't think that for a second. What's telling me that? If it happens, great. I'll read that new information and then I'll short it. But I'm not predicting it because you'll get smoked. But we were saying on Friday how that Monday through Thursday was so bullish that everyone's just going to keep on seeing the longs here on a Friday. So it pumps up, see you later, right back down. Right? Maybe two obvious longs, if there is such a thing, because it can keep going up. But speaking of Christmas, has anyone kept up on my 25 Days of Trading series? For anyone that doesn't know, every single day of December here, dropping a new video, 11 a.m. Started on last Monday. We're a week in, chat. Lock it in. So we got the power of VWAP bounces. My number one VWAP strategy. Some skills that you need. Opening range explained. Went over some of that. Why you're losing money at the open. I think you guys can relate to that. copy trading, VWAP mistakes. I mean, it's less, and it's just the way it has to be with these kind of series because I need a video every single day. And then like ahead of time so that the editing team can get that picture out. That it's not so much like it is some daily recaps. That's what my YouTube really normally was of here's what I did today, make it into a video. Now it's like I already know what Thursday's video is gonna be this week because I have to, right? But normally not. So with this series, I think it's somewhat good of it. It's like evergreen videos, is what you would call them. Just like you could search it up any time of year and it's gonna be relevant, right? You may not care what I did on Monday, December 8th, because now it's let's say you're watching it in March. It's like I don't care what he did in December. That's fine. It's not a recap. It's just general trading advice, general recaps, general breakdown, all these different things, right? So it's like, what's a topic? What's a hot topic? Well, a lot of people seem to be losing money at the open. That's going to be a problem forever. That's not just a December thing or a December 7th thing. So you'll just get broader videos. AB watched everyone and watched the whole Ace Effects course. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate. What the fuck, Evan? What are you doing in here? What is that? Evan Dyer. How the hell you? What? Get the hell out of here. That confused me. I was given the Evan Dyer handle. How much you want for it? $20? What you want? You want $20? Are you on here? Where's my stream? I'll pull your ass up right now. Are you on Austin's? That's weird. But that's funny. Videos are great and all hint at the concepts explained in the 2.0. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm not saying it's just like futures broad advice. It's why you're losing money at the open using the VWAP strategy. But there also is daily recaps within here, turning it into a lesson. Like this was last week's trade. But it's also like, well, we didn't trade at the open. We waited an hour. Boom, there's the video. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Right now, the boys behind the scenes, they have up to day 11. So I'm clear till Thursday. I can relax. But I got to get one out today. Today is actually my full trading plan. For anyone that's curious, it's different than a trading strategy. Like I said, and like AB was saying, my full view up strategy. And for now, it's free for everybody. Code FIRST. Merry Christmas. You're welcome. I like you. First month free if you use code FIRST. The link's in my Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, wherever. If you sign up for AceFX TV, you get access to this full strategy. This is a strategy. What are you looking for on the chart? What's going to get you in the trade? Where does your stop go? How to get out of the trade? How to read all these different things, right? That's a strategy. A plan is different. What's your plan when you come to the desk? How are you going to read the higher time frame? What checklist do you go through? What assets do you trade? What time of day? What size risk? That's going to be different for everyone, right? Some people say $500 a trade, but that's different risk to a person that has a 50K account or 150. So today's all about like my trading plan because you need both. You can't just have a strategy, I think. And it's not overly complicated, but you do need a plan. I was going through it last night on my TradeZella, my notes. I have my 2024 trading plan in here. How about that? You guys definitely can't see that. I can barely see that. But it'll be something like this, right? What hours of the day? 7 a.m.? Fuck no. 7 and 11. That's not true anymore. I stretch, drink some water and coffee. I don't stretch. Bitcoin, SPX, and NAS. Futures in the near future? Whoa. That guy didn't even know that, yeah, futures are in the near future, bud. They're here. What news events are you going to avoid? That's still relevant. Entry signals that you'll trade? Hey, too. That's funny. Take profit strategy, 90% off at 1R. That's not true anymore either. Right? So just different things like this. Whether you copy mine, do your own, but you should have some answers to these questions. Right? What are the signs to stay out of the market? For this, it says overextended move. Yeah, I mean, if we're far from VWAP, that's a sign to stay out for now. Right? Just everything that you could possibly want to put it. Someone actually, I think it was Emil. Who was it? Can I pull this up? Can I expose him? It was Angel or Angel, one of our new BSC members. I'm going to pull this up. I don't think he'll mind. He just sent this in the chat last night to the whole BSC group of his trading plan. Talk about effort. That's a trading plan right there. So love to see this, and actually was really, really good. Mondays to Friday. This is Pacific time, so like 9:30 to 12. No trading on bank holidays, pre-trading routine, but like this: assets, ES, how many micros? Position size is going to be determined on the stop loss. Yes, sir. Checklist: put the previous day's New York on. Anchor at the open. Check the 15-minute. Determine the trend. Okay. And then when not to trade before the open range is set. When there's no clear trend, price is trading into a VWAP. We don't want to do that. No proper pullback. Flat day, step away, study, check the chart, right? Like this is the type of shit you actually need to do. And it probably didn't take too long, but it's probably also not super fun to do. That's like just do it one day. Give yourself a plan of like, what's my blueprint? What are the things I say I'm going to do? I'm going to trade these assets at this time of day with this risk. I'm going to avoid these things. And then that way we could tell if you're actually doing it or not, right? Because if Angel then comes in with a markup on YM, I'll say, where the hell is that in the plan, right? Whether you won or lost, that's not part of the plan. Or you put 10 micros on, not part of the plan. Just things like that, right? So hold yourself accountable a little bit. But also, if you don't have a plan, how could I go off plan if there's no plan? So you need a plan in order to stick to a plan. Does that make sense? I think so. But very good, Angel. But yeah, also we have a group coaching call today. So for anyone that is interested in joining the BSC, we do have some spots open. We got our first group coaching call this week. We have them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Put one of you in the hot seat, put over your trades, pull up your markups, all that good stuff. So we have that today at 1. Not doing a whole lot here. Still sitting around this VWAP. Maybe we'll get the juice at 30 minutes at the open. But like I said, the link is down below on my Twitter, but this is the full strategy. But like I'm saying, all in one spot. If you come here to ASFX TV, here's today's stream. And you'll see the whole schedule that we have. Because Tuesdays, we also have an afternoon stream. If you're busy in the morning or have to take off early, we also have an afternoon one with Zach, Tuesday through Thursday. So all the streams this week are already listed there for you. You throw on a yesterday's New York VWAP, which is part of all of our plans, like we said. We're above that. Is that 9:30? Yes, it is. So we're above overnight and previous days New York. I cannot be a seller right there, right? If we take out that higher low, maybe we'll look for shorts. Maybe. Luigi, how long are the sessions for every call? They're an hour. An hour. Get in, get out. No need for more than an hour. So far, I've gotten good feedback on it. On like, we asked, like, what do you want more of, less of? Because like the first calls we were doing like, and not that we don't do it, but like I would go over my trades real quick, then Austin, then Randy, then James. But for the most part, we're like, they've probably seen all this if they were on stream or they saw our markups in the BSC. So like, I don't know if we need to spend as much time reviewing these trades as we need to jump into everyone's trades. What's the common theme this week? What's everyone been kind of struggling with? Or let's just put one trader in the hot seat. One trader in the BSC. Let's pull up their markups from the past week. How are they doing? And then you'll find that, oh, the same issues they're having, 6 other people in the group are also having or can relate to. So let's talk about this subject for a little bit. Right? Rather than spend 20 minutes going over my trade that's going to be turned into a YouTube video. I put my markups in the chat every day like you probably already know. So we've gotten away from that a little bit. Not that it's not useful, it's just not worth the time. Yeah. For that, it's just acefx.biz, right? /BSC. Did I get that right? Oh, I did. So I don't think this is in my bio. Maybe it is, actually. Let me check. It is. So if anyone clicks the link in my bio, you'll get everything that you ever need from me. But here's the stream. If you click this, code first will be put in for you. So you get your first month free. There's no strings. Top 1, the boot camp is still on sale. But then you scroll down, here's the Bachelor Club. And here's everything that you get. It's just monthly now, Luigi. $500 a month, cancel anytime. You get 3 coaching calls a week, private Discord access, feedback on your thread, because everyone gets a thread for their report cards. And then we get some mindset trading in there. So all of this. What do we got? What did Austin just tweet? What'd he do? What'd he do? Oh, nothing. Well, here's the indicator, like I said. So if you need the link, he just tweeted it. Huge. I didn't even know that was coming. I don't know if you guys can even hear this, but it's all right. Ooh. Hell yeah. Does anyone not know who Brian Shannon is? Because I don't know if I want to be friends with you anymore. Hopefully everyone does. And I think for the most part, if you're trading VWAP, you do. And if you don't, that's insane. But super pumped to have him there, a keynote speaker at our Tampa event in May. Unreal. I was saying, like, it's turning down, if you don't come, it's like turning down a lesson from Tiger Woods, because it's anything I speak on about VWAP, it came from him, came from his books. Maybe I put my own spin on it, or own discretion in a few areas, but it's like my roots are from Brian Shannon's books. So who better to speak about VWAP than the man himself? So I'm super excited for that. That's going to come quick. I know it's in May, but hey, 2025 went pretty freaking quick. Because we had our last event, same time of year, and that felt like last week. It was like 6 months ago. So getting some lift off here. Getting some lift. Let's go down to a lower time frame. If you were trading this moment, I like the 2-minute here pre-market just to like condense everything, especially on this long of a pullback. What could you be trading? I did have a markup on a long play here on a high of day VWAP break. I just love the bounces off. Let's throw this open range high off just for a second. Confusing me. So we have the overnight VWAP. That's not the overnight VWAP. Why is my open range high on? There we go. Okay. Everybody lock in. What are we doing? Here we go. Overnight VWAP in black. Previous day's New York in blue. Purple is the high of day. All right. So we got these bounces off here. We know we love that. That we get a break here at like 746. That's when it makes that new push towards the high. Doesn't make a new high. Pulls back off the higher low. Overnight VWAP again. You'd be long there probably on the break back above this high of day VWAP, but you would need a structure below all that, or stop loss below all that structure, right? Especially heading into the open. If you're going to even hold it into the open for the next 25 minutes, you would not want that higher low, or if it even is a higher low, to be taken out, right? But that's why I just like, if you can get priced down here at this VWAP, oh, beautiful risk reward. And I speak about it all the time in Futures 2.0. This is a great lesson of timing the trades, right? Like I said, it took 3 hours to bounce, but the price that it bounced from stayed the same. So price is what pays. It's this VWAP. How can we time it? Let's say you bounce, play the first one. If you put a stop loss at current structure, current as in the most one right here to the left, what happens? Smoked to a tick. Pissed at yourself. You have to jump back in. That's why if you could find structure to the left, previous structure, what would that be? This pin back here, or if not the break of like the New York down there, that's kind of big. Let's see. 7 points. It's not too crazy because you still get 7 back to the highs. So I actually don't hate that because you can get a reasonable risk reward. But either way, just notice how if you have the stop loss with all the room it may need, you take one loss rather than stopped out. Oh shit, it's coming back up. Let me get back in. Stop loss now at this current structure. Oh shit, stopped out. Now it's coming back up. What? It took 2 losses, but nothing's really happened. And now you got to buy it back. And then, yes, hopefully you make some of your money back, if not all of it. But like, well, that was more stressful than it needed to be. Damn. Right. So just trying to give that room. That current structure is never the answer. Right. So this high or low is our current structure. Just give it some room back there. Just give it some room. Will you show in your settings what your canvas and candle color settings are? Sure. I don't really know. I think someone's asked me before. I think it's custom. I'm just that guy. I mean, the candles are black and red. I don't know what setting you need. I guess it's you see that? It's the second one from the bottom on the left row here. AB. That's the red. Everything else is black. Canvas wise, yeah, it looks custom. I just made my own gray. I guess maybe this was too dark and this was too light, so I just found a happy medium. Made it custom. But you could drag it and find the lightness that you like. Unfortunately. But I do like my charts. I mean, maybe in the new year, maybe I'll even get rid of the red. I know Randy did. Randy got rid of the red. Austin, I think, is full black now, which is what we had done. No, he's got some red. Or I don't know. Who cares what that guy does? But the age-old, well, it removes emotions. Right? I don't see red as negative. Sure. Let's see if ES can make a new high, because NQ already did, like we said. Look how different this is on NQ. The stop loss. Let's say you do play that bounce. Shouldn't be at current structure. We know that for sure. That even if you just go to the left, it's kind of down there. Wherever. There's not much structure, but probably just one stop out. Because if you buy it back there with a stop loss at current structure, you still would survive. But that's the difference between ES and NQ. You want to run the gamble and hope yours survives, but ES is actually the one that doesn't. But same idea of like, where does price pay from? This. I say price pays is from this line. It does have a price to it. It's 25,774, right? So as the VWAP rises, now it's 80 up here. But same thing. The 70s were working. 70s were paying. Now the 80s are paying. All right, well, let's try to buy it from like the 90s for 800. It's trending higher. But like I said, lean long until told otherwise. I think you'll be in better shape a little bit. It's not guaranteed. You're not going to just find the easy longs, but I think it's more so of like, it's easier for me to take a long than a short. So I don't need all this crazy information to convince me of a long. But on a short, I need to really make sure this is good. That's how I would say it. Because a lot of the time the shorts don't run, and I'm like, yep, good thing I avoided that. So we got stream 15 minutes. Austin's going to fire it up. Like I said, today's the last day for Top One Futures Black Friday sale. 57.5% off. You can copy trade 5 instant fundeds, 6 Ignite accounts, and you can buy them on Tradeovate now. That's what I'm on. You can still do Project X if that floats your boat, but you're going to have to stop that in January or February. So, but yeah, for a 50K instant funded, $288 for a $2,500 payout if you can get to $3,000 target. And you can copy trade 5. So I usually round up, but let's just not round up. Let's do 288 times 5, $1,400 and $40. So $1,400. But if I have 5 accounts and I take a $2,500 payout, that's $12,500. Minus the $1,400 I spent, that's still $11,000 profit before the split, right? That's why I'm saying if you're going to buy these accounts, because it is $1,400, not discounting that. $1,400 is $1,400, especially around Christmas. I know many of you guys are buying me gifts and stuff. But if you're buying $1,400 worth of accounts, they should last you until at least the end of the year, a month, January 8th, right? Give it a fair shot. put in a max loss, small base hits. If you make $1,000 a week, less than $1,000, $750 a week for the next 4 weeks, you'll be at $3,000. $750 may not be easy, but everyone's shooting for like $2,000 in a day and $1,500 by Thursday. It's like, you realize if you just stack like $100, $250, $360 the next day, like you'll be on pace if you don't rush. And if you rush, you'll have a big outsized day, have to go back to this website and buy some more. So any accounts you buy today, lock it into the end of the year, please. Christmas gift to me, please, because it's just tough on stream when people are losing accounts. It's like, what happened? What has happened today that we lost it? It's like nothing. We took one trade. Oh, put on four minutes. There you go. No one told you to do that. What do we got here? What is Trump saying? Trump saying he is signing a one rule executive order on AI this week. You can't expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something, Trump says. AI will be destroyed in its infancy. I will be doing a one rule executive this week. All right. I didn't really. When did you do that? 8:20 in the morning? Maybe this. How are stocks doing here pre-market? Apple's going to open down just a little bit. Nvidia flat. Microsoft right where it's at. Nothing too crazy on the stocks. Meta down a little bit. Yeah, literally nothing. Tesla's the only one that's going to open down $6. But everything else is kind of sitting up. So nothing too crazy driving us there either. But like I said, to keep things simple, yes, I have this blue one on, but just watch this black one. We're above it. Just stick with longs until you don't. It's as simple as it could be. But with that, you got to let the opening range set. Wait for the first break. Avoid that first break. Like I said, I got new videos today. VWAP 1, that will help. I mean, the 15-minute opening range, I show how I use it there. So we'll let that set today. And also, should you trade the New York Open? I don't think you shouldn't, but I think you should be more cautious, less willing to jump in right away with full size, right? Just give me more information rather than just jump in here right at the open, stop loss right there, smoked, and we move higher. So why did I do that at the open? Let me just wait 15, 20 minutes to see who's in control. Dang. But it's looking good. Let's have a great week, chat. Like I said, we got a full week of streams, full week of YouTube videos. Top 1 sale is live. So I got everything we need to finish out this year strong. Also, on the note of those trading plans, which I suggest you all do, at least in some capacity, heading into the new year, just something. Position sizing, max loss rule. What is your max loss per week? That's something we haven't talked about in a while either. That's like if you have a 50K account, you get $2,000 worth of drawdown. If you lose, I don't know, 800 in a week, 1,000 in a week, but it's only Thursday, guess what? You're off on Friday. You're not trading well. So why are you going to magically come in on Friday and expect a different result? It's probably not going to happen. So take the long weekend, assess it, go over your markups, what's been not working. Then you make the change on Monday. That's how you keep the account longer as well. Right? I'm like, damn, I'm getting beat up this week. Let me just keep on going. What's going to change? How are we going to not get beat up? So you need a trading plan. Hopefully you guys will, like I said, I don't care what you do or what you use. Just do something. This is the one I started last night. You can see that's 24. The one I started last night, very fucking basic. That's all you need, though. Add something. Do something. All right? If you need a TradeZella discount, the links to that is also down below in my bio. So you literally have everything you need heading into the new year, all right? And if you don't, I'll get it. I'll get what you need. Provide it for you. They'll be doing a giveaway on Friday for our ASFX TV members. We'll give away some Top 1 account. But then also we'll be back live here pre-market on Wednesday and Friday. And then that's what I'm saying. I think 2 more weeks, right? 2 more weeks. I'll give you guys the inside scoop now while we wait. So there's no stream on Christmas Eve. Could have figured that, I believe. I'm not working. I don't know. I don't think we have one. Definitely don't have it on Christmas. I want to say on the 26th, Boxing Day, whatever you guys call it. Pretty sure we're not streaming that day either. So maybe we are doing Christmas Eve. We're doing Christmas Eve. We're not doing the day after Christmas. That's what it is. Then December 29th, we'll be back, full swing. 30th, New Year's Eve. I forget. Is that a half day, low volume? I don't know. So we'll worry about it when we get closer, because you can see I'm not fully in the know. I'm not exactly sure. But this week and next week, full week. So we got 10 more days of clean trading, no interruptions, no holidays. Lock it in for the end of the year. All right. Eric, good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello. Well, hello, Earth. Welcome in. What's up, Eric? How are we? But it's Monday. Hopefully, I'll see you guys pre-market on Wednesday with good news from you guys on no bad trading, of out-of-pocket trading. Like I said, probably the best thing about that trading plan is that that's the only way you could tell if you're not trading on plan. Of like, he's not following what he said he was gonna. That's not good. So from now until Wednesday, when we see each other again on pre-market, you stuck to those things that you wrote down that you're gonna do. Maybe the results aren't what you want, but at least you're sticking to it, and now you could just now dive into just the trades. Of like, okay, he's stuck with the same size, same assets. What's not clicking right now? Is it chasing first breaks? Is it fading the overall trend? What is it? Let's dive in. And like I said, today's my day on of all days to speak about it. Actually, my day for YouTube video today is about my trading plan. So let's get rid of. And then the sad thing, if you guys haven't noticed, because I have a playlist from last year, 25 Days of Trading 2024. Where's day one? Oh, look at the guy. Look at that little baby tree. We upgraded. 6 foot. That's how you do it. The point I was saying, the thumbnails, they get changed to non-Christmas after the holidays to make it make more sense. So the only time to see the Christmas version of it is this month while they're dropping. All right. Today, I believe, is, well, I don't know if people call it a Christmas movie, but it should be. It's got Bruce Willis in it, for those that know. That'll be out at 11 o'clock. I post that every day after stream. So like I said, I'll be live here on ASFX TV. It's a Monday, so hopefully we make our money and bounce. Not looking to trade all day on any given day, but especially on a Monday. So we'll take some trades live here. We're live in 5 minutes. Austin's going to fire this up. Like I said, probably find the first trade around 9:40, 9:45, 10 o'clock. Let more information come in. And then if we're all green, chat's making money, why are we sticking around? Job's done. Come back tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll probably have a longer stream because we also have Zach coming on later in the afternoon as well, all right? So stream today, then YouTube video, then work on your trading plan tonight. Buy any top 1 accounts you need for the rest of the year while they're on 57.5% discount with my code. And there you go. That's your homework. That's your checklist for today of all the things you got to get done. Do your own DRC, do your report card. I think that's it. All right, all right. Let me know if you need me. Tune into stream, ask questions if you have more on strategy. Anything will be on there. Today we have Randy and Austin with me to fire this up on the week. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me pre-market. AB, Luigi, the other Evan Dyer, Trippy, Tris, what's up? Appreciate you all, Caesar. So I'll see you guys on here. Let me know if you need me. And I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday morning. All right. Let's go over to ASFX TV and we'll get this fired up. Go to ASFX TV, use code FIRST or the links in my bio. Literally free for the first 30 days. So if you like it, stick around. If you don't, next year we won't see you. But happy holidays. All right. All right. All right. See you guys there.